Hey guys, it's Nick from The Creed here, and finally, I'm going to talk about the modern day storyline of Assassin's Creed and how it potentially is moving forward. Let's get into it. Spoiler warning, this will contain spoilers from previous Assassin's Creed games, so if you don't want me to spoil anything for you, come back later when you're all catched up. So, as most of you know, after Desmond died in AC3, so did the modern day third-person gameplay. And for many of us, this was a huge letdown. Walking around in the offices of Abstergo Entertainment in first person wasn't as exciting as controlling Desmond and exploring parts of Italy, New York, etc. Although it was very intriguing at times, it didn't give me any personal connection to the character or the story. And that's why, in my opinion, they need to bring back that form of gameplay back to the series. But here's the problem. If they do this, how will they approach it, and what will happen in the story? Well, in Syndicate we discovered that there's high probability of Desmond having a son, which means that all the memories we could access through Desmond we can also access with him, and this makes it very interesting. There's also very likely that Desmond never knew about his son, as he was a bartender and made someone pregnant without ever finding out. It was also brought to our attention that Desmond's son has been captured by the Templars and are now at Abstergo. We also know that this boy is a sage, which means he has high percentage of first Sieve DNA in him, which makes it possible to access memories of those who came before. And this technology of going so far back was something that Abstergo was working on, and maybe now in the next game, they made it work. This opens up for a whole new chapter of memory research, and can mean that Abstergo will try to find out what exactly happened to Eve. Eve has been mentioned many times through the games, and Subject 16 said in Brotherhood that the key was Eve's DNA. I believe this is where they're going next. We're going to take control of Desmond's son and be trapped at Abstergo the same way Desmond was stuck there in AC1 and the beginning of AC2. But I don't want to control a little kid, I hear you say. Well, I don't think that's the only one we're going to control. When we're controlling the boy, it will be gameplay from inside the lab and only walk from his room to the Animus, along with conversation with Abstergo, a bit like AC1. However, I think we're going to welcome back William Miles, the father of Desmond and now the grandfather of the boy, and maybe be able to control him. Because after Desmond died, William was devastated and he resigned from his position in the Brotherhood and left it to his closest ally Gavin Banks to take over. And this is why we didn't see him in any of the games after AC3, because he went in exile. Rebecca and Sean went looking for him but couldn't find him, and by early January 2014, William sent out a message where he said he had returned to the Assassins because all the information we delivered to the Assassins as the Abstergo employee in Black Flag helped him move on. And then, in May 2014, the Assassins located William in a bunker in Norway, and that's where he's been all this time. Rebecca and Sean also later in 2015 said that William had become the mentor of the Worldwide Brotherhood of Assassins. So what does this mean? Well, I think that the Assassins finds out about Desmond's son. William will take on the mission to retrieve him as his family. And this is how the modern day story will go, along with the story of the ancestor in Egypt locating the Ankh, so the Templars can combine the powers of the Ankh and the Shroud to bring back people from the dead. But this is a topic for a whole nother video. But how they exactly will fit in the search for Eve, I really don't know, but I trust the writers of Ubisoft to figure that out, because that is beyond what I'm able to think right now. So maybe I'll make a video on that later. But that, ladies and gentlemen, are all my thoughts about the modern day storyline of how it will pan out. I know it's a lot, so I'm going to leave it here and let it all sink in. But thank you so much for watching, and leave your thoughts about this down below. Leave a like so I know you're enjoying my content, subscribe for more, and until the next time, bye.